We're hunting pedos. Gonna hunt some pedos tonight. Oh yeah, baby. We're hunting pedos. Crank one out, you're going to jail. Get ready for someone you thought was 12 years old. Too late for running, 'cause it's time for the show. Hunting pedos.
Hola, cream of the crop creepos. Welcome to another scum stream. Hold on a second, Carl. This isn't the creep off, it's the scum stream. I got to fix that.
Perfect.
Hi, everybody. Sorry we're running a little bit late for you live streamers. It's Carl's fault.
Never apologize to these people. They can wait for us.
I felt the need to blame you.
We're going to bring the goods
It wasn't
today.
so much about the apology. It was the more about blaming
I
you.
know. Vinny's having a rough day today. The tech is not cooperating with him.
I think our guest just left the studio.
Oh, no! Oh, no. We were waiting on our guest, and our guest arrived, and now the guest is gone. Oh, poor Vinny.
Mm-hmm. Hey, buddy.
Boy. What's going on, man?
Man, I got so many crazy things happening. Let's, you know what? While we're waiting on him to reconnect, which I'm sure is about to happen, you want to talk about a couple of scum stories?
Actually, you know what I want to talk about? And we can get into this.
Yeah, please be my guest.
Big breaking news happened.
What happened?
King Cobra JFS Joshua Saunders has passed away at the age of 34. Listen to this.
King Cobra's dead?
King Cobra is dead.
What is going on here?
The YouTuber and musician, according to this article, was reportedly found unresponsive in his Casper, Wyoming home on August 22nd, 2025. While scanner audio from local police indicated he was discovered blue at the lips, the official cause of death has not yet been released. King Cobra launched his YouTube channel in 2011, where his gothic persona, homemade food hacks, and candid rants gained him a cult following. Well, I guess. He also showcased his love for guitar playing, vocal covers, and wand making, which became signature aspects of his content. His openness about living with Asperger's syndrome drew both admiration and criticism as he navigated the challenges of being a highly visible figure in online lolcow culture.
So what you're telling me is he just died of natural causes and he was 37?
34. The YouTuber struggles with alcoholism were widely documented. Saunders often addressed his drinking habits during the live streams, while reports also noted that trolls frequently sent him alcohol, exacerbating his addiction. Over the years, he faced multiple controversies, including a public eviction in 2020 and harassment campaigns from online critics. News of the death prompted an outpouring of reactions across social media. Fans shared tributes highlighting his unique authenticity, while others reflected on the toxic aspects of internet culture that surrounded him.
That's horrible, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, you know, it's the sad thing is that he got to see Ozzy die, and he was very upset about that. If he could have just kicked it before Ozzy, he wouldn't have lived his last days so depressed about his hero going away.
Well, R.I.P. King Cobra.
Yeah, R.I.P. King Cobra.
You're going to lose a lot of content on Who Are These Socials, aren't you?
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer for me.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, he's back. Our guest is back, and I'm really excited to bring him on. This guy, he is working with Predator Poachers. His YouTube channel is PP Long Island. Predator Poachers Long Island. Please welcome Douglas King Jr. to the show. Hey, Douglas.
Hey, guys. Oh, my God. Sorry about that. My phone overheated in the car, and so I just ran inside and doing it on my laptop.
I'm going to blame everyone but me for all the problems today. It's Douglas and Carl. They did it all. Well, welcome to the show, man. So you work with the overall organization Predator Poachers. Is that correct?
Yep, that is correct.
So I kind of want to know a little bit about you, but I also want to talk a little bit about the structure of the organization because I'm a little confused. I've been following Predator Poachers for quite a while on this show. We are big fans. Our listeners are big fans. Our patrons are big fans. And we know Alex. We know Gordon Flowers. We followed all of that. And it seems like recently they've been kind of branching off and starting these new channels like yours. How did that all come about? And how did you get involved with the overall organization?
So basically, Alex has always wanted to try to branch out and kind of build a network. because he's one guy, and like, yes, he travels the country and everything, but if he could have other kind of groups that are like under one umbrella working together to kind of tackle parts of the rest of the country, then it makes what we do much more efficient and helps us get more people locked up. So how I got involved is we had a mutual contact through just like our work in the past. And I'd actually done previous investigative work into this subject matter. Like I don't know if you guys are familiar with Nathan Larson. He ran, he had like a pretty extensive network of websites on the open web and some stuff on the dark web, where a lot of pedophiles joined, and they would trade CSAM on the internet, and also try to traffic children. He was arrested for for meeting a minor in California, and then at a layover in Denver, he got caught, and then he subsequently died in jail. I think through starvation. Yeah, right. And so yeah, like I had a big investigation into that network, because after he passed away, there were still thousands of people, and Ryan Montgomery, who's the top cybersecurity person in the world, we got connected, and he provided me the data that had a list of all the people who were on the websites, like their emails and usernames and stuff like that. So yeah, it was crazy. And I ran around like basically like the Northeast confronting these people, but then the investigation got pulled. And
hold on a second. So are you a law enforcement at this point?
No. I'm not law enforcement.
Like when you get involved in this kind of thing, what's your background that gets you involved in this?
So my background, I'm a video producer first and foremost. Obviously, you can't tell with this setup I have here, but normally it's a lot better. Yeah, so I actually worked at Project Veritas for a number of years.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, as a video editor, then I got more of a producer role. And then in 2023, kind of all that stuff went a little haywire. But that was when I started that investigation to Nathan Larson's network of websites with all the pedophiles and whatnot.
Who's funding that?
Who was funding?
Are you doing that voluntarily?
Well, that was when I was still at Veritas. Like,
okay, so like a side hobby you were doing.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, it was something I was always passionate about, because I discovered Alex and whatnot in like 2021, and we loved his videos. We thought like he did amazing work, and so when I had this opportunity to do something similar with like the help of Veritas funding me to do it, it was like a perfect situation. And I actually tried to emulate Alex's style even at the time, because he was so effective with it. But once Veritas kind of closed their doors, essentially, I was laid off, and I still have all that data, and we're working to kind of revive that investigation while also simultaneously getting the guys we're already working on now. So through a mutual contact, I got connected with Alex, and I was video editing for him for just about a year before we met in person. He needed a camera guy. I was filling in. We went around a number of states, like filming catches, and that was when he, offered me the opportunity to start my own branch, and the rest is history.
Yeah. So you started this up in February of this year. Your channel.
Yeah.
You have. Is this? I assume it's monetized. Is this what you're doing for a living now?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're working to make this full time. I still do like freelance video production work for various groups, who are kind of in the journalistic sphere. But yeah, ideally, I want this to be my absolute full time, and we're slowly getting there. So I'm very happy about that.
Now, when you're out there doing this with Alex, it's got to be kind of weird, like knowing what's okay to say and what isn't okay to say, because I'm sure that you don't want to do anything that's going to actually interfere with a real police case.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what kind of training does Alex give you to do that?
So funny enough, like my training really was, editing his catches for about a year. Like I probably edited close to like 100 something by the time I actually went on catches with him to film.
Right.
And so I really did get kind of like a blueprint. And also, honestly, my work at Veritas kind of helped me learn a lot about what to say, what not to say in a journalistic standpoint. And it kind of goes into like not fully, but it does kind of go hand in hand sometimes with legal parameters. And so, yeah, there's just like a few things you got to know just to like not one ruin the investigation and like, you can't falsely imprison someone. You can't hold people against their will. So it's important to just cover those kind of parameters to make sure. And obviously you can't like beat the fuck out of them. I know some groups like to do that, but
we've seen them.
Yep.
Yeah, so have I. So it's like
we joined your locals, by the way. I should point out, you can support Predator Poachers Long Island. You could do that on locals. It's $4 a month, uncensored catches. I sponsor a lot of predator hunters because I really do feel strongly about this. Karl and I differ, and that's kind of where I want to talk to you a little bit about, because there's some people on this that have a different point of view, and they feel that what's happening is entrapment to these people because they feel like there's a difference, right, Karl? There's a difference for somebody. Go ahead.
I'll jump in real quick. So there are times when we watch these and I have no love for any child predators, obviously, but it's interesting when these people get set up, they think they're talking to a minor, and sometimes they're slow. They have some issues. The FBI has been doing this ever since 9/11, where they find people who are not capable of putting together any type of terrorist attack and then feeding them all this information and giving them money and giving them supplies. And then, we busted them. They were going to blow up this building. We weren't the Gretchen Whitmer thing.
Right.
Whitmer, it turned out it was all feds that were doing it.
Yeah.
My point is there ever a case where it's more entrapment? You're actually dealing with a guy who there's no way he ever would have gotten in touch with a minor or has the ability to do anything to children.
No, it's never like, we're never like just seeing a guy and being like, this guy is definitely a pedophile and I'll prove it by messaging them first and initiating sexual conversation with them. Like it never works out that way. And also just by definition, we're not law enforcement, so it never is entrapment. But with what we do, the way it works is we create these like profiles on various social medias, and we make them very visibly appear to be children, and we join these like sex groups and whatnot that like whether it's on Kick or Facebook, like the furthest we'll go is we'll send a friend request. But like when you're doing that, it's like you're just sending them in mass with people who like are friends with pizza pages or like have a bunch of other little girls or little boys in their friends list.
Does that count as first contact though? Like, does that count as you guys
friend
making
requests? Because friend requests, like, I don't know, like back in the day when on Facebook and stuff, I used to just like be like add friend, it's almost like a spam. Like it's not necessarily like, it's like, and all law enforcement, they don't like count the adding the friend as an initial contact. Like if they direct message you, that is typically what is considered the first contact.
Right. So you'll join groups that are putting that type of stuff. Now, is that legally dicey for you guys to be joining those groups?
Well, we don't. Well, there's certain like decoys who are a lot more sophisticated than I am. I'm very new to decoying. I mean, as of December is when I really first started doing it myself. But we have some very experienced people who decoy, who know how to avoid, seeing or having it saved, like joining these like groups where like, really bad things are being shared. But like, in my case, the groups I join, they're not outwardly sharing that stuff. It's just like, sex type, like hookup groups and that kind of thing. And I typically join, I say, hey, I'm 13 or whatever. And then PM me, and then they personally message me disregarding the age.
That's stupid.
That's a great question.
Exactly.
So here's my follow-up question to kind of the entrapment thing.
Yeah.
A lot of times these are dim-witted individuals who are sexually frustrated and who knows what's going on. Have you ever felt bad with someone that you've caught? Has you ever gone just like, oh, this poor motherfucker, he doesn't know what he's doing?
Nah, honestly, like, I thought I would feel more bad in those cases, but the fact of the matter is these guys, like, whether they are like fully special needs or just like fully low IQ, like, they're still trying to work me every time I talk to them. They're trying to get out of it because they know what they're doing is wrong, and they're doing it anyway. And they really like to lean on their conditions as like why they made this mistake, but they still are lying. They're still like beating around the bush every time we talk to them because they know that that what they're doing is wrong, and they also know it's illegal, and they're scared. So the fact that they always have that capacity to lie and try to avoid the trouble of their actions, that's why I never feel bad for them.
So Alex is a pretty big, intimidating guy.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, have you ever been in a situation where you were scared for your safety when confronting one of these guys?
It's funny because, a lot of the decoys that we work with are women. My partner who I do all this stuff with is my girlfriend. And she's incredible. She's doing like 10 different things at once when we're doing this stuff, and she's amazing. But, it's most like, I think like the females, I'm not like in a sexist way. It's just like, I've just noticed this pattern. Like, they get a little more like fearful of like situations that we're not 100% sure of what we're walking into. And I guess there is that level of concern on my end as well. But in the end, I just remind myself, like, these guys are targeting young children. Like, they can't even like have the courage to like try to go after adult women. So they aren't really gonna like be. They're more afraid of an adult man than anything else. So
that's the fear that's in the back of their head every time they're going to meet up with someone. It's like, is this gonna be Chris Hansen?
Which is exactly.
But that means though, like, if you back an animal up into a corner, you don't know what it's going to do.
Right.
So there could be times when these guys lash out physically because they don't know what else to do.
I saw Alex into a pretty good fight.
Yeah, Alex. He's had a few squabbles. I guess the biggest concern I have is if they have a gun.
Yeah.
But luckily we do the Northeast, so no one really has like guns, especially on their person in the Northeast. I mean, I ain't gonna say if I do or don't have one, but I can't carry it around because New York. But I'm lucky to be in this geographic situation I'm in where like guns and whatnot aren't as prevalent. So it is definitely less of a concern. But anything could happen at any time, and I understand the risk of that.
So I just have to ask this question. From the decoy standpoint of this, when you're working behind the scenes, I always wonder this. You guys have limited resources. You can't go catch everybody that you find. Right. How many of these people are you chatting with at any given time, and how many of them do you actually go after?
So at any given time, at least on my end, like, because I'm also editing, like I still edit for, Predator Poachers main group, but I also edit our videos. I have some help from my girl who works with me. And so and also like running around trying to meet these guys like in the first place. So like we're constantly running around. I don't talk to as many of them at one point as I'd like to, but at any given moment I'm talking to probably 3-4 dudes. But like for the people who like solely focus on decoying, I honestly couldn't even tell you how many guys they're talking to at a single time, but it's definitely in the double digits at least.
Yeah, but I think what Vinnie wants to know is what percentage of those people do you get to confront?
Yeah, Go ahead.
So at this rate, we do a pretty good job of the ratio and the percentage wise, because these guys we want them to actually be like we want them to get prosecuted and whatnot. So the standard or the threshold of like what's required to get that to happen is relatively high, but also a lot of these guys, it's high, but at the same time, a lot of these guys do cross the line pretty quickly. So there's there's so many that it's really hard to like determine an exact amount, but once they do like cross the line, we do put a lot of effort into getting them. And so far, so
What
in a
is
lot
the
of cases, trying to arrange a sexual meetup is definitely one of the lines. Sending a penis picture is definitely one of the lines. Asking for naked pictures is one of the lines, or like any kind of implication that there's like a prior victim or something like that.
You can't in the chat be like, "Hey, do you want my nudes?" You can't offer.
No. We never do anything like that, and we always want to make sure the age like that we're posing as is like 14 and younger, because even like in a lot of legal codes, it's like 14 and under is like the thing. So if you're posing as a 15 or 16-year-old, while it's obviously illegal to an extent and it's obviously immoral, it won't get like result in the same amount of justice that needs to be served.
So you have these conversations. I asked your percentages question. Do a lot of these people start talking to you and then just ghost and like disappear?
Yeah.
And
Do they get wise to you?
Yeah.
We've had that happen before. I don't know if you guys saw the last catch we posted on YouTube. The guy who took 2 hours to come out of his house.
Yeah, his parents were lying for him and said he was at a Mets game, right?
Yep. Yeah. And then he was texting us like, "I swear I'm at the Mets game." I'm like, just answer the phone so we could hear the crowd. And so he, yeah, right. I would be like, "Okay, I believe you," and I would have probably left.
So if it was at a Mets game, you would have heard boo.
Right? Boo. But yeah, so he ghosted me. I was actually decoying that guy, and he ghosted her once the conversation moved from Kick to text. I was on text now, and then we tried again the next day. It's a really crazy story because we went to the address that we found listed for him because he gave us his real phone number like a nub, and so we go to the house, and it's like his ex-girlfriend's families, and like they don't know where he is. Like so we thought.
No.
And I actually like talked to him on the phone. I'm like, "I have this package. I need you to sign for it." And he was like very dicey. He's like, "I live in Connecticut. I'm not home. Yada yada." And we even went to the house that he wound up actually living at that same day. We knocked and nothing happened. And then weeks later, we got notified by the family of the ex, and it's like they knew they gave us all of his information. They like let us know like the deal, like he's home, like he's there, and they helped us finally get to him and ask him all the questions. And it was a really wild situation. Like, but that's why it's like it's kind of tough to figure out the approach, because a lot of times we don't tell the people that we're talking to the whole truth because we want to earn the trust of the predator that we're trying to meet to tell us everything that they will. So we don't want to like blow up their spot. But some cases, we pick and choose different strategy, and in this case, it really paid off just being very honest.
I have a naive question.
Yeah.
So is it so?
No
these
question
guys,
is naive, by the way.
Okay. So you get this guy, he's 50 years old, and he thinks he's chatting with a 12-year-old girl, and it gets sexual, and we should meet up, and we'll hang out. And you guys confront him. You have the text messages, you have voicemails and stuff. Is it illegal to message someone who's not 12 years old? He's messaging another adult. Now, his intent is wrong, but he actually hasn't done anything to a minor.
Well, so the way it works, it's like the intent factor. I actually have a law. It might just be limited to New York or Suffolk County. I'm not sure. But when we met with a guy the night of the 19th, someone we work with who was watching our stream sent me this law, and it kind of helped me figure out the phraseology of this. So, so harmful to minors means that quality of any description, representation. 1 second. So here it is. So that the defendant did not make a reasonable effort to ascertain the true age of the minor, that in the defendant's effort to ascertain the true age of the minor, the defendant was not prevented from ascertaining the age of the minor as a result of actions taken by the minor. And then there's
Oh, did we lose him?
He's still there. I think he just had his internet's giving us a little grief. Take him out and bring him back in. Hey, Douglas, you still there?
Yeah, he's frozen.
Yeah. So
he is frozen.
Karl,
Why to follow up on that? Because the in that law, it's describing a minor. There is no minor. That's
right.
my point. There is no minor.
I hear that. I feel like there's a level of like, what do you call it? Precognition. What was that movie with Tom Cruise where you're just kind of like getting people before a crime committed?
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
No problem.
So yeah,
we're littered with technical stuff. You're good.
So basically, yeah, like the fact that like they believe that this person's a minor and there's no reason to believe that they aren't a minor and they're still getting like talking this way. It's like, yeah, like there isn't a real minor with us at that moment. And I think it's a good thing. That's kind of why we do what we do. But I think it has probable cause for law enforcement to look further into this person, like hopefully seize their devices and see if there are real minors actually being exploited by them.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So the conversation that you have won't necessarily
it does. No, it does. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
it does. But then there's going to be additional charges because, of course, these guys are up to a lot of other creepy shit.
Yeah. Like we've had a guy who the arrest charges were, like disseminating indecent material and attempted endangerment. But, I guess upon further investigation and like questioning and stuff, turns out he's produced child porn. Like he had possession of child porn. Huge laundry list compared to what the arrest charges were. So that's like at the very least, like, because a lot of DAs, a lot of prosecutors don't like, like we're doing this type of work and like looking into these people. They're like, we're not going to prosecute this. But our hope is that, okay, you don't want to prosecute this, but please use this as probable cause to seize their devices and investigate this individual like more, so we can. If you're not going to use our stuff, please find something because clearly they have a history or a tendency to do something like that.
And will they go along with that for the most part?
Not every time. It's unfortunate, but like that's always our hope.
You get the feds involved. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of state line trafficking and
things. We've had the feds, not with our particular group yet, but with Alex, we caught this dude. This is actually a very crazy saga. So he tried to get this guy named Matt Young in South Carolina. I think it was maybe 2022.
Last name.
Yeah, right. But it's with a J. But so Alex tried to get this guy in South Carolina, and South Carolina historically, like a guy can admit to having thousands of images of CP on his phone, and they won't do shit because there wasn't a real minor this time. They're insane. So the guy Matt Young, Alex was trying to meet him, and Matt Young managed to escape on a golf cart, and these like two like fools in South Carolina were like getting mad at Alex for trying to talk to this guy. Now, fast forward January 2025, and Alex and I were just like working together. Like I was his camera guy, and he was doing the interviews, of course. Mm-hmm. And Matt Young was at it again in Buffalo, inviting a 13-year-old girl to have sex during mass at a church.
We watched that video. We actually we watched that one.
Yeah, that one was crazy, and it was bitterly cold. And I like going in and filming Alex. I was like, oh my god, this is insane. And then all the parishioners are getting mad at us. And
there was an off-duty cop there, if I recall.
Yeah, he was. And like at first he was like, I get it, but then he was kind of being like a little bitch to us. So so it was annoying. Like, everyone became annoying at the mess. But then as recently as July 21st, I want to say, we were getting a guy named Tommy Walker in Dunkirk, New York, which is somewhat near Buffalo. Not exactly.
I played there.
Yeah,
I know Dunkirk.
It is. It is like a crackhead. It's like mostly crackheads. I didn't realize. Like the people, it was nuts. And so we go and we're trying to get this Tommy Walker character who recognized Alex from the Matt Young church video because he's dating Matt Young's baby mama.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this woman's batting 1,000 on dating pedophiles. It's really insane. And that was a chaos catch. If you see it in our locals, like Alex has his angle, I have my angle. It was wild. The whole street was like yelling. It was a yelling match. It was crazy.
I have a question. Like, so you've had a lot of experience with this, with Alex, you doing it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Who was like the biggest creep? Who was the biggest sicko? What stands out in your mind? It's like, holy shit, I can't even believe this one.
So that dude who the dude I was talking about with like the many charges, like he wound up like being charged with producing child porn. He was a really big creep over text. Like, I started decoying him. We almost got him within an hour of him reaching out to us. He sent a dick pic, was trying to like ask for naked pictures, tried to arrange a sexual meetup in like 30 minutes. So we're like, let's go get him. But that turned into like a 3-week constant all day, every day, trying to get him and just failing miserably. And, but the stuff he was saying and sending to that girl, like we thought he was going to be like this, like big, crazy, like, but he was a timid little pussy, for lack of a better word. And, but the guy we got last night, we just did a catch last night in Kingston, Massachusetts. And that's why I lost track of time. I was like, oh my God, it's 12:03. We didn't get home till like 4 a.m. I appreciate you guys' patience.
We appreciate you, bro.
And so this guy last night, his rap sheet is so crazy. He has multiple charges of like rape and abuse of a child, indecent assault and battery against someone under 14, like multiple accounts over the years. He was talking about taking care of like this 13-year-old girl and her 7-year-old sister, like because they said they were from a broken home, the decoy. And he said he'll take care of them, buy them food, take them shopping, and like, in exchange like for sex and all that stuff. He was planning on like kidnapping them, all this crazy stuff. And, he was also on all the apps like Telegram, Zangy. He admitted to me that, people try to sell him yummy pizza stuff on all these apps, and he acted like he never bought it because he's terrified of going back to jail. And the only reason he got out of jail is over a technicality where they want to put him in a mental institution, like a state mental institution, and the examiner who was examining him to put him in the institution, there was a conflict of interest with the doctor who ran the institution, because the examiner also co-owned the LLC that ran the state institution. So because of that,
this guy gets to walk.
Yeah, so the guy got to walk in 2008 after multiple, like 4 or 5 different, over a number of years of like actually like abusing children, like sexually abusing children. So we weren't sure about this guy. Like we were like nervous. Like we like last time I was a little nervous. I'm like, is this guy bringing like a gun or like chloroform? And I'm gonna get chloroformed on a live.
There's a lot of things. Yeah.
I was like, shit, that'd be so embarrassing if I get chloroformed on a catch. So I was really hoping there was no chloroform. But
Karl asked you a question about times that you may have been afraid while you were doing this.
Yeah.
I want to know, have any of these people really made you angry? Like, you seem like a pretty laid back guy, and like when you're dealing with them, I know personally, I have a problem where when I see this stuff, I legitimately get physically mad. Like, I can't believe this scumbag, and I get upset. How do you keep your calm? And tell me about a time where they really upset you.
Oh my God. Well, to tell you the truth, they're always really frustrating to me. Like every time I'm meeting them, like I'm fucking deep down, I'm kind of boiling. Like I was actually having this conversation with them last night. It's like, cause I just, I want to keep it chill because, we're turning this over to law enforcement. I don't want the jury. It's like, I hope it always goes to trial and everything. So I want a jury to not sympathize with the guy, because I'm getting pissed and mad and stuff. And, I've never been known for having good patience in my life until I started doing this. Because I guess all that patience I've been holding deep inside, I use for this, because I want to get these guys locked up. So I try to do everything as by the book as I can. But really what gets me the most mad is not like, it's when I'm dealing with like the lucids, I call them. Like the ones who have no special needs or any kind of disability or anything like that. and I just know they're lying. Like I might not have like the additional evidence to prove it. Alex is really good at doing that shit. He's got these really good tactics. I'm still relatively new, so I gotta perfect those. But like the other night, the one 2 nights ago that we did in Port Jefferson, or 3 nights ago, it was the night of the 19th into the 20th. This guy, his name was Joseph Tiberia, and he came to meet a 13-year-old girl for sex at the movie theater. He was gonna get her high, and apparently in his car he had a pillow, a hunting knife. I mean, he's a landscaper, but still in his car he had a pillow, hunting
What were
knife.
they going to see?
Fantastic Four.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So
Fantastic foreplay.
and
That's a good date.
yeah, right. And like he scouted the movie. He used cash to buy the tickets. Like he it's like he's done. If he hasn't done this before, he has fantasized about it and planned it before. Like because we had a new decoy who just reached out and was like, I want to do this. So I gave her kind of the parameters of how to decoy. And so she joins Kick. This guy reaches out to her after she says she's 13, and he wanted to meet her at the movie theater. So we actually picked her up, and she was posing as a minor. And like when he saw her, he hugged her, gave her a kiss on the cheek, and I was like leading her into the theater. And the whole idea was like an Uber was dropping her off. So I got out of the car, and I like ran to the movie theater because I was like I didn't want to be seen with like my iPad and shit. So I'm like, hey, Joseph. And he was so scared. He was so shook. He was like trying not to cry the whole time. And, I just wanted to find
I
out.
always say, Douglas, like it's so bizarre because you get to these guys and they think that all their dreams are coming true.
Yeah, they're there with like a boner.
Yeah,
they're
it's like their fucking happiest day. It's all
Yep.
everything I've been waiting for and wishing for is happening, and then the exact opposite happens. It's gotta be real off-putting for them.
Yeah, one of my aliases is Lord Blue Balls. I like to call myself, and because these dudes are coming in, they think the wildest fantasies coming true, and then we come to just completely destroy it. And I never really like to get mad. I never really like to bully them. Like sometimes I give them a little pushback, and I'm like, come on, like give me a break. But this guy was just pissing me off because he's a conscious, lucid dude. And he was like a whiny little bitch. And so I was just getting really frustrated. And I was yelling at him. I felt really bad, like in the moment. But then when I rewatched the video, I'm like, oh no, fuck him. He's an asshole.
Yeah.
And it's actually pretty funny. So
For sure.
And amazingly, my favorite detective from Suffolk, Greg Pranzo, he was the responding detective on the scene. So I'm like, oh, even better. Like this guy is great. So it was a perfect storm. Everything worked out really well.
So, you're out here doing a job and a service for society, in my opinion. I think what you're doing
Yeah, we're trying.
It's a deterrent to a lot of these people, and you're actually out there catching the ones who weren't scared.
Yep.
So I'm with you. I think that's great.
Thank
but
you.
The question I have is, are you ever tempted? Because like I've seen a lot of different channels that do this. Are you ever tempted to try to go for more of the entertainment value versus the job?
Not.
You ever think you got to get clicks on this? Does that ever go through your head when you're doing this?
Not really. It's like, priority number one is always to try to interview the person, earn their trust, get them to admit as much stuff as possible to and then always get law enforcement involved to, hopefully get them locked up and get a conviction eventually. But we do also we want people to want to see it because one, I've always been entertained by these catches, like Chris Hansen even, and watching Alex years before we started working together. And I've always been in a video production world, it's always been my mindset, creative stuff. I've done a bunch of creative work since college, since high school really. And so there is that element of what's a creative way we can do this and make it entertaining, but it's always very subtle. I don't want to go just a stupid example. We caught this guy Daniel Neal in East Meadow, and he's like works in construction. So I threw on a construction vest. Like it's stupid shit. It's like dumb, like subtle little things, and like it's never entertainment over like hoping for clicks, like over getting the actual result done. But we do want to try to incorporate it because trying to entertain people is in my nature. It's who I am, and so
there's a couple questions in the chat that I want to get to in just a minute because they're good. But I wanted to ask you, because I was checking out your channel and stuff, and everything's long form. Have you ever thought about putting together some more short form clips to try to get people enticed? A lot of these videos now, they kind of show you the conclusion right up front so that you're like, oh, how do we get to that point? And then you can have the long form video if people are interested in seeing how it all unfolded.
Yeah, no, we definitely have some shorts that we have produced already. YouTube has some annoying guidelines about it, and like in terms of how much police presence you need and this and that. So I have some of my good friends like who I've met over the years who like work in production and editing and stuff like that. I just don't have the time myself. It's like I have to edit the long forms as it is, and I'm just trying to emulate the Predator Poacher style, which is very raw and like doesn't. But they do more shorts than I do because they have a much bigger arsenal of people. Like in the end, like the primary editors are me, and M is slowly becoming an editor.
You're talking to YouTubers. Vinny and I have spent way too much of our time editing videos.
Yeah, so you know the drill. So
I know the drill. I'm telling you though, you got to mix it up for your channel. I mean, people should definitely subscribe. It's at PP Long Island on YouTube. You'll have almost 30,000 subscribers already, which is fantastic. Just started this year. But yeah, that's just my recommendation. It's
we know, trust us, and like we know it'll get like more people being like, oh shit, like Emily actually, she's on TikTok. She does a day in the life of dating a predator catcher. So which is a unique, one of the more unique things I think any group does with this. So she's gonna be starting up her channel. Well, she already has it, but she hasn't been posting or anything. But everyone should also check out Mrs. PP Long Island because we're going to start posting all those TikToks onto YouTube. Sometimes they're more than 3 minutes.
MRS? Is it MRS or is it spelled out Mrs.?
MRS. Wait, M? She's here. M.
Get your plugs right.
Yeah, wait, 1 second. Let me make sure. I want to make sure there's a period or not,
I think what they need, Karl, is costumes.
Yes.
Like, how funny it would be if he dresses up like a little stinker, like the little sailor kid with like the lollipop.
That's
hi,
funny.
I'm 13.
That's a
and
fun
then you
one.
have all the transcripts and like you just walk up to the guy. It's like, hi, I'm your date.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Or the video we did last week where the guy was a clown.
Yeah.
That'd be funny if you show up and it's a clown.
MRS PP Long Island.
Cool.
Beautiful. All right. I'll check that out as well.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to tell you my favorite tactic that I love that I saw that you adopted from Alex. And I want to know how this came about because to me, it is so perfect. When the cops first show up and the person sees the cops and Alex will go, we'll play cool. We'll play cool. And then the cop will walk up and go, hey, officer, my name's Alex. This is Jim. And Jim was talking to a 13-year-old girl. You're never going to do that again, right? You're never going to send a picture to him again. You're never going to send child porn again. And you had it on your phone, but you're going to delete it, right? Yeah. Yes. And they just sit there and go, yes, in front of the cop. And the cop has no choice at that point.
Of course. It's a beautiful storm.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite part of everyone.
It's my favorite part too. And it's even better when they believe you. right. It's the funniest thing. It's like, don't worry. Like, if they ask how to say, like, we're just shooting an interview about whatever, like we're at an auto body shop, we're talking about cars, like and then they're like, oh cool, thanks, and then the cop comes up and then he is unleashed, and then they're like, yeah, no, because they're so shook and like, what are they gonna do? And the best part is now the cops have it on their body cam, them confessing, so it just gives them all the more purpose to take some action. So
all right, that's the question I wanted to check out. This is pretty good from Jared.
Has he ever accidentally decoyed a Fed who was innocently posing as a child predator and totally wasn't a legit predator?
That hasn't happened yet. I can't imagine a federal agent trying to infiltrate a group of child predators going out of their way to message a minor. Like,
right, that would make a lot of sense. You're getting too into your work over there.
yeah. Don't bring your work home with you. You're in too deep.
Yeah, exactly. Jared's second question.
Yep.
And I've seen this myself on some of these videos. Are the cops ever not happily on board? Is there that one real dick officer who's just annoyed by it?
Several.
Yeah.
It's more common than we would like, unfortunately.
I know. I see that a lot where the cops just like, oh, I don't want to deal with this scumbag.
Yeah. No, even
even
the last thing we put out with Mancinelli, I mean, the officer eventually kind of changed his tune when he realized we have some grand jury indictments in Suffolk.
Right.
He was like, oh, okay, wait, no. But he was like, yeah, you and your little group, and like, there's like real stuff happening tonight. I'm like, this is not real. Like, this guy's a fucking child predator.
Yeah,
So,
they're lazy. They don't want to do the paperwork.
yeah. And there's like, don't you know we have to give someone a speeding ticket instead? I'm like, don't you want these?
Right? No shit. They love doing that little tic tac shit.
Oh yeah, no, it's almost like they're getting hard when they do it. It's ridiculous.
Tell me if I'm wrong, though. You guys put together like a whole dossier on these guys that you hand them. It's
Every
like,
time.
here's your work.
Yeah.
Here's
Yep.
your work for you.
Yeah, case on a silver platter. Like, but even still, it's like filing the paperwork, and then it's always a process. Like, few and far between do they get arrested, and then there's like they don't get bailed out. Like it happens, thank God. Like the guy last night, he's not getting out. Like he's a tier 3 sex offender.
Yeah.
And like when I asked the officers, like they were so hyped like that we got this guy, and they were amazing. Kingston, Massachusetts PD, rock and roll. They're awesome. And he's being arraigned this morning. David Baxter, tier 3 registered sex offender, really evil guy. And they're like, yeah, I don't think he's getting out anytime soon.
You keep tabs on these guys, right? You
yeah.
Sure, you want to see how much time they get and stuff. Do you ever do videos where you do a follow-up to a guy? Hey, remember this guy we caught 4 months ago? Well, he got sentenced today. And
yeah, so what we do is like on our locals mostly, and like sometimes on Twitter, and we always start on locals, like, hey, this guy got this, and then like we go to the other ones and post the updates. But we do plan at some point, I don't know when, because I have like a little office space that we're trying to make into a nice little stew situation, and we want to do a show kind of idea called Post Catch Live, because after the catches, there's a lot of sitting and waiting around as like the police are trying to figure out what to do and everything. Sometimes it's way faster, sometimes it's 6 hours. And so me and Em are just hanging out, talking on a live, like about what we're doing, and like, we're engaging with the chat and whatnot. So it's become a fun little thing, like the Post Catch Live. So we thought, what if we did a show kind of thing called Post Catch Live, where we take one of the guys that we caught, and we kind of go through like the backstory of like how we met them, like things that were said to like the decoy, and so much of the time, like we're going out trying to find them and not getting them. Like it happens a lot. I remember, and I learned that with Alex. It's like he's going like hours in one direction, the guy's not there, going hours in another direction, get another guy. It's a lot of work. It ain't like always just like easy breezy. There they are, get them. Like
right.
It'd be nice.
So you guys don't put a box with a stick under it with like a child sitting under it? You guys don't just do that?
No. I mean, we've tried. It just doesn't work. But no, I'm kidding. But so the journey of itself is funny. There's a lot of like ups and downs. There's like developments that are really cool and exciting that help us like realize. So we do want to do this show, and then like in that we would incorporate like updates about all the other cases we got going on, because at this point now I think we're at just over 10 arrests out of 31 catches. So ratio wise, it's not bad. So it's just a matter of like updating the folks, because that's the thing that matters the most, is getting these guys locked up and convicted. But the journey to get that is interesting and entertaining. I think I'm interested by it.
Have you seen Alex catch the same person twice?
Yeah, that's happened several times.
Of course it does. That's amazing. People don't learn their fucking lesson on this.
Yeah,
that's the craziest part to me.
they never learn.
Don't make the same mistake twice kind of guy.
It's like that Matt Young character I was talking about earlier. It's like that dude, and I don't know. You know what's tragic is the first catch we ever did was removed from YouTube because the guy like reported it twice, and it was like our only video. We would have been monetized in the first week had he not done that. But what's even crazier is we were trying to get that other piece of shit guy who had like the producing child porn charges on Valentine's Day. We were trying to do this whole shtick of like I was like a social media waiter with like pick your woman's dessert, and it was going to be his penis picture, and then it was going to lead to the conversation.
Now that's entertainment right there, my friend.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's like it's entertainment, but in the with the main goal still part of it. Like, you know, we never want to deviate and wear a clown suit or a Santa suit just for the sake of wearing a clown or Santa suit. It's got to be contextually relevant to get them to speak with us. You know?
So you don't like my little sailor suit idea with the big lollipop?
Well, no, I don't hate it. If the guy is a navalman, then that's really funny.
There you go.
Perfect.
See, I'm all about the costumes in an effort to build trust and a connection to who we're dealing with. Like, we have a guy who's an Army medic. Now, we have bigger plans for that one. This one's a little bit more infotainment-y in, like, the kind of idea. Because, like, the key word with the Army is recruitment. So we have a little recruiting situation ourselves on what we're planning on doing with this guy. I don't want to give too much away because it's going to be very funny. And but yeah, going back to the first guy we got, he emailed me on Valentine's Day while we're trying to get the guy, like the piece of shit guy, with his girlfriend, and he emails me asking if we can talk again. And
I was lonely. Valentine's.
No, he wanted to. No, he's married with kids and stuff, and it was also his wife's birthday. I didn't know until later, and he wanted to meet up with me to clear the air. So I was like, okay, we'll meet up as long as like you swear on your children you're not like coming to like, you know, like attack me with like a bunch of.
Why would you owe him anything? Clear the air. What's done is done, motherfucker. We got you.
I asked Alex what he thinks I should do because I'm like, is it even necessary to do this? He's like, well,
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Of course not. You don't owe this guy anything.
You know what? I would never want to see these people again.
No, of course not.
I don't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing them at the grocer. I wouldn't mind seeing them there. But it was like I asked Alex, I'm like, what should I do? Like the guy is asking me to meet up, but there's this thing I'm trying to do. He's like, well, how's the thing you're trying to do? I'm like, it's not going well. He's like, all right, well, go meet the guy. You'll have like a video at least. And like, it's because we only had one video at that time. So it's like our channel is pretty slow. And he's like, go talk to him if you want. Like, I don't know. So I made a couple of stipulations. I could like frisk him and stuff, make sure he doesn't have any weapons. And like, we're going to record the video and audio. And I gave him a mic to put on. And at first I tried to have him meet me at my local dive, like a dive bar, because why not? And he's like,
I prefer the roller skating rink. Let's meet over there.
Right. That's why I was hoping that we can go roller skate and chat on video. I thought it'd be that's the infotainment. So he didn't want to talk there because his wife had his location. So he wanted to talk to me outside of the police station. And I'm like, whoa, this is it. So it's interesting. I'm very interested in what the fuck's going on. Yeah. Am I allowed to swear, by the way? I've been swearing.
Oh, you want?
Okay, cool. Awesome. I realize it's 53 minutes in. I haven't even asked. I apologize. So the guy, he wants to go to the police station because his wife has his location. So I'm like, does your wife know what happened? And he said, no, she thinks he got into a fight at the gym and got arrested for it. And he has to go back and do fingerprints. So he's still lying to his wife.
Nope.
He mentioned that his boss, because he was like an auto mechanic or something, his boss saw the video because Crowder actually shared it to kind of like give it an initial boost because given my Veritas pass, I knew people who worked at Crowder, so you know it was a nice little situation. It was very nice.
Nice.
And So his boss saw it and fired him. So he lost his job. And so he was asking me because he already got my video removed off YouTube. He was asking me essentially to remove the video, trying to offer me money to he's like, I want to help your cause. I'm like, yeah, you do? Like, you got fucked by my cause. And then he asked me if I was willing to testify and say it was all a misunderstanding. And it's one of my favorite videos that's ever happened in anything. And no one's really seen it because it's like no one saw the first one. So no one understood the context. But you can see the first one on Twitter and whatnot. I should put it on Twitter because
we'll put it on your locals.
Yeah,
it's on locals too. It's on locals too.
What was YouTube? What was the reasoning for taking it down?
It was something about privacy violation, and he claimed his friend saw it. I was like, no way, is this you? And got it removed. I'm like, but it was you, and you were there to meet a 13-year-old, and you were arrested on site. Like you fuck off. So,
hey, real quick, just the Crowder connection. Are you friends with Dave Landau at all? Or are you ever in contact with him?
I know of him. I don't know him at all.
We have some shows with him coming up. That's why I was curious.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Very familiar with Dave.
That's cool. I think Dave was out before my people got there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So when you're doing all of this and you're out there and you're talking to this guy, I've seen a lot of them do hey, listen, I want to help you. I want to join your team.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that the most just despicable?
That's desperate
thing you've ever seen? Like groveling.
You asked me earlier about the anger and the frustration. That is what that always gets me. I always just want to but I don't. I never will.
How much did the guy offer? How much?
How much money?
He didn't give an exact dollar amount, but he's like, I could even donate to your group, I'm like, I don't want your money. Like, fuck off.
You're gonna need your money, pal. You're gonna need a lawyer.
Yeah, like if I don't know who the hell his lawyer is or was, but if if he told Amir, his name is Amir Zarinajad, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but whoever Amir's lawyer was, if he didn't stop him from coming to meet me and digging himself further, then that lawyer must cost like 2 nickels. I don't know.
Right. Well, Douglas, you've been very generous with your time today. I know we said we go for about an hour with you today. Can we get some proper plugs for you? Predator Poachers Long Island.locals.com.
Yes, you can see all our catches early and uncensored. I'm actually in the process of uploading the catch from last night there. So if you guys didn't see it last night, check it out. If you guys want to help support us, and donate, we have CashApp PP Long Island. It's the $ PP Long Island. Venmo is at PP Long Island, and all our handles, Instagram, X, YouTube. If you type in at PP Long Island, you get to see all our stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Now, you also gave me your email address, pplongisland1@gmail.com. If you have a tip.
Yep.
If you got tips, you take tips, Douglas?
Yeah, we take tons of tips, yeah.
You got a creepy family member? You want to put them away?
You'd be surprised.
Douglas, no.
Make sure you mention the creep off when you do it. Let them know you came from when you send that tip.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be awesome.
You want to do some good in this world too, Douglas.
I do too. Do you know where our show's based out of, Douglas? We're Rochester, buddy. We're Rochester.
Oh, Rochester? Get out of here.
Yeah, man. So next time you're up this way, lunch is on me for you and your girl.
Hell yeah, thank you.
I'll whatever I could do to help you guys. Whatever we could do to help you if you're up this way, please.
Appreciate that very much, Vinny. Thank you.
Yeah, man. My pleasure.
We were just in Buffalo and Niagara and stuff. We were close. We could have stopped and said hello.
You should have.
Next time, man.
Please do.
Now I know Rochester. It's good.
A lot of creeps around here. I'm sure they'll be back.
Oh, dude.
We
know the cops. We know the detectives. We'll put you in the right. We'll point you in the right.
Awesome. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
You do great work, buddy. Thank you for what you do. It's good for society.
Thank you, Carl. Appreciate it.
We hope to see you again sometime, man. Hope you'll stop back and hang out with us again.
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun. Thank you, guys.
All right, man. Well, take care. And don't forget, everybody, Mrs. PP Long Island.
Yes, MRS PP Long Island. We're about to post days in the life and down the line body cam footage when the case is closed. So that's
beautiful.
Exciting. Yeah.
All right. Thanks again, Douglas. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Did that answer your questions?
Do you feel better now, Vinny?
No.
You should. You're freaking out.
Well, because everything was breaking.
Everything broke. We had our guest. We lost our guest.
We did.
It was a whole thing.
Carl, there's so much crazy stuff going on, but that was good. That was good to talk to him. And I think that he maybe answered your questions a little bit, maybe helped you with the things you were skeptical about.
Of course, yes.
Very good. Very good. You want to do a couple of creep stories with me real quick? And we'll get out of here?
Let's do this, yes.
All right, cool. I'm going to start off.
Well, I mean, I feel like we should hit a jingle or something, right? We're just going to...
Well, it's the scum stream, so...
Oh, fuck it. I'm doing it anyway.
Do it.
Watch out for the scum parade. Oh, no, it's the scum parade. Look out for the scum parade. Making Vinnie's day.
Oh, shit! Here's an update for you.
Interesting.
I just opened my email because I had to pull out this story here, and the FOIA request that we put in for Matt Lewinsky's stuff has been received.
Matthew Lewinsky FOIA request has been received.
Yes, sir.
Please note most information you are requesting will be heavily redacted.
I don't
due
care.
to privacy laws.
I don't care.
Cool. That's exciting.
I want it all, buddy. I
still got to give that guy $30.
You don't though.
I will though.
I know he sent me a thing too. I got a thing from the creep off, like
Yeah.
how he's trying to get in touch with everybody. And I know you're a very brave man and you want to talk to him.
I do want to talk to him. What about brave man? What are you talking about?
He might murder you.
He's
He
not
might
gonna
try to
murder
smother
me.
you.
His favorite podcaster.
That's true. All right, Carl, let's introduce you to this broad. Oh, wow. Perfect.
Why would it work though, right?
You know, man.
Why would it work today?
Just fuck me.
All right, here we go.
There
she
go.
is.
She's a great mom. This is Sierra Nicole Bronner. She's 39. She's from Middleburg, Florida, Carl, and she got arrested this week on a felony charge after her daughter went to school with a gun in her backpack.
Okay. It sounds like she fucked up, but let's hear the whole story here.
She had allegedly packed the weapon in the student's backpack to give it to the child's, to give it to her father, who lives separately before the school day.
Yeah. So in other words, hey, this is your dad's gun. Can you give it back to him? And this fucking idiot just walked into school with it without giving it to her dad. The creep here is the daughter. You had one
got mom in
job.
all sorts of trouble.
You had one job. Give dad his gun back.
He really did. She really did fuck this up. But here's the thing. The father had not been identified, had driven the girl to school and was unaware the child had the weapon in their bag. Bronner was charged with child neglect and giving a firearm to a minor and taken to Clay County Jail. Yeah, you just can't give kids guns. Why would you give like an 8-year-old a gun?
Because she's going to see her father and the father wants his gun back. What do you mean? Why is everyone so afraid of fucking guns? Listen to this. In this article, it says this could have ended in tragedy.
Yes.
What? Are people just scared of guns now? What if I might have a gun in my bag right now? Are you scared, Vinny?
Oh, no.
There's a gun in the bag. I doubt it's loaded. It's locked. Is this little kid going to figure out how to fucking unlock this thing and load it up? She didn't seem homicidal. Like, why is it just having a gun in a bag so scary? It's not that big a deal.
Okay. Well, this is some very serious charges.
I don't like this at all. This woman did nothing wrong. In fact, I think it was nice of her to try to give her ex's gun back.
All right, fair enough. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you right now, kids, do not pack firearms into your children's backpacks. Just a piece of advice from your friends at the Creep Off.
2 places you don't want to go, the airport and school.
Yes. All right. Let's talk about this fella here, Carl.
Oh, yeah.
We're going across the pod for this story. A police officer is captured on video as he stole a pair of underwear from a woman's drawer as he was searching her home. Marcin Zielinski, he's 27 years old, admitted to stealing the woman's underwear from the property on September 12th, 2024. The officer has been jailed for 4 months for this.
Okay. So first off, horrible reporting. We don't know how hot this girl is. If we could get like a...
No, the 4 months is because she was fat and ugly and he's being jailed for his taste.
So I disagree. Here's what I think is going on. All right. This is an odd case right here because this guy stole an item that's worth $12 from this woman.
They're used, Carl.
Well, I'm sure they're laundered.
You could get $30 for them in one of those vending machines.
Okay. All right. Good point. But if he had stolen like a spatula or something like that, would he be in jail for 4 months? No. The reason why he's in jail is because of the creepy factor. What are you going to do with those panties? You going to go jerk off into them? That's the concern about this, right?
Mhm.
So I think the hotter the girl, the more time you're going to do. I think that's the correlation right there. And if I'm this woman, I'm going, I hope he gets a couple of years. I think I've been keeping myself in pretty good shape.
Oh, 4 months? Give him 4 months?
I mean, 4 months sounds like she's pretty hot to me, because I don't think you should do a second in jail for stealing panties.
I think it's wild that he literally went rooting through her underwear drawer.
Well, they were searching the home.
Yeah, and then he put them in his pocket.
Yeah, and then he's just like, oh, these are really cute, actually. Maybe my wife will like these.
I don't think that's why he stole.
You don't think it was a Valentine's Day gift that he was picking out?
I 100% do not think that. Definitely not.
But you know what I mean? It's odd that now, obviously, a police officer shouldn't be stealing anything from people's property.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think the fact that it is panties and they're concerned about what he's going to do, wrap those around his shaft specifically.
Sure. You have to catch him red-handed. Like, they caught him stealing them, but they got to catch him jerking off into them.
Then he would have gotten a couple of years.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
They're just assuming that's what's going on.
All right. So, Karl, so far, I have not brought any creeps that have impressed you.
No, so far you have not. What do you got for me? Come on. Bring it.
This guy.
Bring it.
We're going to Port Charlotte, Florida. A man is charged after a father said he found this man in bed with his child who happened to be 7 years old.
Reading a bedtime story?
Laying on top of her in his underwear. Actually, I'm sorry, naked. Laying on top of her naked.
That's not good.
Yeah. On Sunday, August 17th, the Charlotte County deputy responded to a disturbance at the Port Charlotte home after a caller claimed he caught the suspect in a bed on top of his 7-year-old daughter. According to the report, the father of the child found Daniel D'Angelo, 53, shirtless with his jeans around his ankles, laying on top of the child. And it said the father immediately grabbed D'Angelo and the two men began to struggle. The father somehow was able to take 2 pictures of the suspect that were later provided to the investigators. The report noted those photographs appear to show D'Angelo pulling his jeans back up while lying on the bed. Hey, man, this isn't what it looks like.
You're right.
The second is a picture of walking out of the bedroom shirtless.
God, being the father of a really hot 7-year-old must be tough. You're just constantly fending off.
Knew this day would come, honey, but I didn't think it would come so soon.
You can't be bringing boyfriends home. I told you that.
The child told authorities she woke up to D'Angelo laying on top of her, and he was not wearing a shirt.
See, he's taking it too fast. Where's the romance?
Yeah.
Right? You can't just crawl into bed with someone and just start taking your clothes off.
Yeah, play some Pokemon or
Whisper
something.
some sweet nothings into their ear. Wake them up. Be cute with them. Get them a teddy bear.
Bring him a Happy Meal. She told deputies he was touching her leg and putting his finger in her ear.
Okay, maybe he was trying to get a little foreplay going.
That is so skeevy to me.
Creepy.
Investigators also said they found a shirt belonging to D'Angelo in the bed. D'Angelo told authorities that he was set up. The suspect was found to be a registered sex offender who was not registered at the location he was staying.
How could he be set up to be naked in a bed with a 7-year-old? There's no way that could possibly happen to me.
She came on to me.
Yeah, I guess if she crawled into my bed, but there's no way I'm in her bed. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I have no idea how these people knew him or any of this. But
all right, that one's a creep, Vinny. I'm going to give you a credit on this one.
All right,
that guy's a problem.
How about these two?
Oh boy,
you think these two are creeps?
I do.
Okay. All right,
I also think they're really stupid. This might be one of the dumbest schemes you've ever heard of.
I'm trying to think in what world this would ever work.
It's like reverse. Well, read it. I think it's reverse blackmail, but read it.
It is reverse blackmail.
It is.
You nailed it. It's reverse blackmail.
So stupid.
So a woman was raped. Okay.
Yeah.
By this gentleman. The victim had no idea she had been sexually assaulted until the woman there, Indri Brzezin, sent her a video that she filmed of this woman passed out, having sex with this guy who happens to be her husband.
Yeah. So they got her loaded. She's all drunk, passes out.
Yep.
And the wife here films her husband sexually assaulting her.
Now, in the video, they use the term choreographing this thing. Like, oh no, and she was filming from outside of a window to try to make it look kind of hidden.
Yeah.
So she contacts this woman on March 15th. She receives a call from her. She accuses the woman, the victim, of breaking up her family for sleeping with her husband. You fucked my husband.
Yeah.
And then she says, I'll tell you what, Then she sends her the footage that she took of this woman passed out with her husband Vasily over here going to town on her and demands 5,000 pounds or it's going to be sent to the victim's husband. What are you fucking thinking?
So you filmed yourself committing a crime and now you're threatening to send it out to people? That's the dumbest thing you could possibly do. If I'm this victim, I'm going, yeah, please send it to my husband so I can get it, give it to the authorities.
Yeah, can I get a copy?
Right.
Can I get a copy for my records?
Fucking idiot. And they call the victim brave in this article. It's not bravery. It's common sense.
Yeah.
If someone says, I'm going to send a video of you getting raped, like, yeah, please do. I'm not giving you any money. Send it over, you idiot.
So the husband got 12 years and 6 months for 2 counts of rape, 1 attempted rape, and 2 counts of sexual assault. She was found guilty of blackmail, was sentenced to 3 years and 3 months in prison.
Give me money or I'll confess to being a rapist.
That'll teach me.
Let's go ahead, man.
Carl, I got to show you this this video real quick.
Oh, okay, cool.
I want to know if you know who this fella is. Because boy, do I got a story for you that just dropped yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Tell me if you know who this fella is.
23.
Number 7 for my Boston Celtics.
Number 7, okay.
That is Jaylen motherfucking Brown,
Yep.
my favorite player in the league. Love the guy. Finals MVP. One of the highest paid basketball players on planet Earth. His father got in a little bit of trouble this week, Carl.
Really?
Yeah, his father apparently got into a little bit of a road rage incident over the weekend. Let me read you what happened here.
Is this in Boston or where do they live?
This happened in Vegas.
Okay.
His dad's name is Quentin Marcellus Brown. He was charged with attempted murder after reportedly stabbing a youth football coach during a parking lot dispute.
Oh, shit.
The elder Brown, who goes by his middle name, was booked into the Clark County Detention Center on Thursday. He's 57 years old. He was arrested for attempted murder charged with a $300,000 bail.
What an asshole!
The dispute was over a parking space. It erupted at All-American Park at 5 p.m. Wednesday. One person was stabbed in the stomach and taken to the hospital for surgery. One suspect was taken into custody. The witness in the victim's car told police that the fight began when a passenger in an SUV parked next to their car opened their door and dinged it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I might get a little stabby with that too. That's rude.
The victim, who has not been identified, got out to check the damage and was immediately confronted by the driver of the SUV, Mr. Brown.
No, so this wasn't about a parking spot. This is about dinging a car.
Yes, Brown allegedly confronted the man aggressively, and the two engaged in a heated verbal altercation. The victim's girlfriend said she witnessed her boyfriend slap the side mirror of the SUV. The verbal altercation then turned physical when the victim's girlfriend said that she saw the man pull out an unknown object and stabbed the victim in the back.
Jesus.
According to the arrest report, another witness told police that the suspect swung his knife 25 times at the victim.
Whoa.
The victim, who was described in reports as a youth football coach, and his girlfriend managed to drive away in their car and wait in a different location for first responders. The victim suffered several stab wounds to the back, upper right clavicle, and left hand.
You've been to Vegas in August. It's fucking hot, man.
Don't fucking ding my car.
Yeah, man. I can see you having a temper. Like, it's just miserable out there. And someone does something, you're like, what the fuck? He's going to murder people.
I mean, I don't know what his relationship is with like Jaylen, but you know, you get your car fixed pretty easily. I'm pretty sure he's like the highest paid player in the NBA. Like, it's like LeBron.
Based on their race, I would say they probably don't know each other, but who knows?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's possible they do.
Basically, his attorney says that this was all self-defense. The victim claimed he had a gun, and he struck my client with his gun. So that's the story they're going with. He's due back in court next Tuesday.
All right.
So that's a lot of fun.
Keep an eye on it.
I certainly will. I'm fascinated to find out what happens here.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's what I got for you today, Carl.
Excellent. What a fun show.
Yeah. Thanks again to Douglas King Jr. from Predator Poachers Long Island. Give their channel a subscribe. You know you'll love it. You know you'll love this stuff. Anything you want to say to the people, Carl, before we get out of here?
WTPlive.com. We will be live at Chrissy Mayer's Content Hotel September 5th. So that's in the Catskills at the Villa Roma Resort. Consider coming down and checking it out. We'll have the gang down there doing a live WTP.
I remember when I was part of the gang. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. Enjoy enjoy your lives. It's nice to be important.
It's more important to be nice.
Yeah.